went to Friday to 12 midnight. Oh yes. 11 p.m., 12 midnight, 1 a.m. Come on. We went to me for OBA. Each other. The answer would allow speaker. And I do 11 p.m. And also we have a trainer. We have program. Sometimes you don't know where people get the number from. But at least when they will be able to you can get the number. And I'm also a bit active on Facebook. So you can follow, you can send the DM. So the people DM when I'm saying big and you need the other answer and the other way. But I try as much as possible to engage. But it brings back the point about relationships. And I think Mr. Kwame spoke about relationships. Relationships here extremely important. Extremely important. I was with him, and it's the first lesson I want to share. You have to know somebody. Yes. Hello? You have to know somebody. It is over, and it's a very useful audience. Know somebody. Somebody has to know you. Yeah, that's when you're a big man. When you're a big man, somebody has to know you. But when you are not, you have to know somebody. And build a nurture relationship, or a conscious thing you have to do. And I'll tell you a story. The National Service Award doing our thing. Spark FM. Uni. I don't want to stay home. I remember that was in 2006 after the World Cup in Germany. I decided to do attachment with the radio station, and when you see the airport, almost every radio station at the time in Kumasi. So I was told there was this new radio station in Power Spark FM. So I went there, and I did the attachment for 3 months. So I did the attachment for 3 months, and then the National Service postings came. The National Service posting by the Makoto, with Enchia, there is a secondary school in Enchia. The refugee, and not bring to and not bring to secondary school. You know, say, hey, and not bring to. Wow. But fortunately for me, Spark FM said I should do my national service with them. If there was something about the necessary changes, not requiring national service. After national service, the owner of the station decided to maintain me. In fact, Oka said he would pay me more than every presenter at the station. There were senior presenters there. But after 1 year, I had added enough value to the station. He was willing to pay me more just for me to stay. And the current salary now was because I remember their attachment there will be 20 CDs a month. Yeah, 20 CDs for 3 months, 2006. 18. At the time, National Service Allowance there. Not in 200 cities. No National Service Allowance in 200 cities. But because I did it in a private organization, not 100 cities for national service. And then, because we had the highest paid presenter at the time, that was 150 cities. These were senior presenters. And after national service, the owner called me and said, "Remember me 250 cities for me to stay." So that was like 100 cities more than the highest paid presenter, just after national service. But I told him I wanted to move on. Again, relationships. At the time during national service, Reverend Abba Moses. See, Reverend Abba Moses, no more talk now, Oscar. Now, Abba have programs, head of programs, and he called me and said, "For her, the talent I have, but she doesn't think I have to be into other friend Mr. Wilson at Anena Castle." So I joined SCAR. relationships. Yeah. So she called Wilson and Wilson said, okay, my right. So immediately after national service, I moved to Sky. The boss, Willie called me and told me, he said, at the time, vacancy shared anyhow. But because of what Reverend Moses said about me, he thought I should join. But the only opportunity left was in the sports department. We only had the AFCON 2008. So I said, why not? I mean, sports, we'll give it a try. Fortunately, now, we was back and when I joined the sports team, we had discussions there, but not true and true. And in fact, at Spark, it was a building ground for me. Because I just about hosted every program. The morning show, the mid-morning. The only thing I didn't do was drive. I got drive. And I did sports. I read news. And that 1 year was a learning process for me. So when I joined Sky, in 2008, and again, I accepted to join the sports department because I knew in 2008, everybody would be coming to second nature, right? So that was when we got the opportunity to work with the team from the BBC, Farai Mungazi, Martin Davis, and all of those guys. We were in town, we were on ground working with them. And something happened 2 years into my work at Sky. 2 years into my work at Sky with the sports department, at the time we worked under Professor Clinton Lampson. It was like the best sports team you would have. Wilson after called one day and said, Rona, Nipa or your morning show, not airport leave. And maybe that was the biggest mistake he made at the time. Now I'll call you for 1 month. And Wilson after said, oh, he said, morning show, which me. And I said, why not? So I sat in for 1 month. 1 month, the show, yeah, or back. We first said, Charlie. Yeah, I'm on what's the new show. Now I'm trust me morning show. And the rest they say is history. So I was on the Sky Morning Show for another 5 days. From 2010. Yes, I remember. 2010, I left for the UK in 2012, came back in 2014 and continued. So I stopped the morning show in 2015. So that was for some 4 or 5 years. Relationships again. When I came back from the UK, in fact, we drew UK American Masters about a week. Wilson after called, oh yeah, there, hopefully UK by a source I must have. Morning show, they talk about. I came back from the UK, the guy who was doing the morning show was taking off, and I came back from the morning show. But it is because of something. Excellence. And that's why the Bible says, whatsoever your hand findeth to do it as if you do it. Excellence. I remember said, when I was leaving for my master's in the UK, not really any big time. Wilson Arthur and his wife organized a send-off party. Not didn't see that in the history of Sky. A send-off party for me. And Wilson Arthur in 2012 gave me $1,000. Yes. Excellence. $1,000 in 2012. So, whatsoever your hand findeth to do. And I think it's a lesson everyone here will have to take. It is a winning opportunity now. Don't joke. It doesn't come again, never once in a while. Don't joke. So I remember I came back from the UK, came back from the morning, so I told Billy, because I did corporate communications, I would love to move on when the opportunity comes. So one day for ECD, I think now doom some started issues, but there was a proper interview. spoke to Katrina and said, Omuni PR, the PR for the Western region, or transfer the info will be our share. See, okay. Okay, that's interesting. It's in the car, it's the PR or not over. Now, what bus car of my interview, I took his number, and they will be again, relationships. Even if our phone friend, the friend was saying, who be a bed, you have a master's degree in PR, which way a master's degree. In fact, I had Ghana Pradi, a good training. And I say, okay, or what the applications will be, but maybe a main family member, they will see what they will do. So I have to send my CV to Accra. And they called for interview. And again, because they wanted a PR for the Western region, and I worked in the Western region, there was an advantage for me. So fast forward, I became regional head of PR for ECG. Relationships. So let me name Ajay here. It will not happen. Relationships. And this is relationship you have to consciously nurture. And then they will watch their own our friend. No. Hello.
Hi.
And then they will watch their own our friend. And then before you leave here, you have to do a contact audit. In order numbers, the whole phone this one. We'll be on a number of phones, so I don't need fast. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. And there was a way of contact on it. And make sure people you have in that friend list now are people who add value to you. It's maybe a Musa said, and a person will hear 1,000 Ghana cedis, and they're ADD. Now we're not for me, and we'll get to account so here we see 1,000 Ghana in India. It's a problem. It's a problem. Relationships is so crucial for you to be successful at any career. 60% of it should be relationships, networking. People you can pick up the phone and call. No, I can say, oh, wouldn't he? An exam. Just by phone call. So I joined ECG, worked in ECG for 3 years, very difficult moment, because it was the heat of doom so. But again, excellence. And it comes back to the issue of relationship. We were on one day. Mr. Abiadu maintained a friend. And I've said this before, I think the last time I was here, and I'll say it again. A friend can say, Bobby, multimedia force or more pay, top political show host. And because what multimedia does, they say if we want to recruit, we speak to our affiliate radio stations in the regions. And because Radio Max was speaking to, they called him. And also a catcher almost said, of the Western region, the only person which I recommend the AMA. Now, only radio should be utility who said, or better or join here. And what I do want to take on your catcher said, Obi said, may I also do a presenters. Or mobile, the catcher of the share presenters or tap the power there. And wow, excellence. And this was when I left full-time radio. Not in radio full-time for 3 years. 80. If I join multimedia, I probably a good thing. Now, many in German direct, when I joined Sky, I don't know where moving on from Sky. But when it came that he has to recommend one person, relationships and excellence, very, very important. And that is what it has done for me in my life. And I believe when you take the people around you serious, because the people around you, and I will choose who mentors. That's where you choose role models. That's where you choose even your wife or your husband. And you don't joke with the people around you. You have to be intentional. Choose your friends. Choose your friends and choose them wisely. You are the average of the 5 people who are very close to you. And then they say, it is not just it's a very serious thing. Choose your friends wisely. Into school and the relationship that will help you later in life. You build them from school, SS, or union, you build relationships from them. When President Mahama became president in 2012, the chief of staff of fire, Prosper Bani. Prosper Bani was his roommate at Commonwealth Hall. The friends you choose. And to choose the people around you wisely. And know that to be a high flyer in life, you need a mentor. And that's why mentorship is so important. To be a high flyer in life. Because the opposite will be a leader. And that's why you can teach yourself how to ride a bicycle. You are on one issue a bicycle. You can teach yourself even how to ride a car. But to fly an aeroplane, you are joking. You can't. You need a mentor. That's why mentorship is so important. So to be a high flyer, mentorship, whatever you want to do. And I would ask one question. Maybe I remember the kind of gift. The difference between a mentor and a role model. Why do you answer? Who is a mentor? Who is a role model? Yes. Wait, man.
A role model is someone that you look up to, but then a mentorship is someone who is guiding you up.
Okay, let's pick the other. No.
A role model and a mentor, they play similar roles, but there are differences in relationship and interconnectivity towards that person. So, example, Mr. Dumante is my role model. I have studied his background. There is something about him that I want to mirror in my life. I have seen his strength, I have seen his weakness.
Yeah.
Based on the numerous interviews that he has had, based on the podcast show that he has been on. Now, someone like Pamela, lawyer Pamela Bonesa,
Keep it short for me.
is my mentor.
Okay.
So I want to be a lawyer like him.
Okay.
I see her on a day-to-day basis. She gives me practical guidelines based on the knowledge she has about my current situations and directs me on what I should do step by step.
So let me pick the other answer. The last answer. Okay, let me use it. The lady in pink here.
It's basically what
The same.
Yes, but I think that a mentor is with you throughout in the strength and the weaknesses, and is somebody that he or she's doors are open to you. You could go anytime for correction and improvement. Thank you.
So in simple terms, a role model is somebody who has done exactly what you want to do. Obi Awaye, exactly what you want. So you want to be a lawyer. Lawyer Pamela is your role model. Exactly what you want to do. A mentor is somebody, as he said, somebody who guides you, you take inspiration from. It will be about her. Now, warrior, into your mentor, you look up to the person. Will be about how we're running the business, but if the person has done exactly what you want to become, your whole life you want to be a pilot. The one who said, "Get a pilot, or you're Emirates." That's where you want to be. Your role model. Is it clear? Yes. Is it clear? Yes. Good. So it is from the people around you that you choose mentors, your role model. So take it very, very serious. And I think I've also dealt with the issue of relationships at length. But let me touch on some few points and then I'll take my seat. Young people gathered here. There is a spiritual aspect of life. Life is both physical and spiritual. And you don't have to take the spiritual part of life easily. If you are a Christian, if you are a Muslim, irrespective of the religion you belong to, take the God factor serious. Hello? Hi. Have a relationship with God or with Allah. The God factor is serious. So the Bible even says, delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desires of what?
Your heart.
The God factor is serious. Have a relationship with God. I mean, I cannot overemphasize this. And don't hide under what we call the herd immunity. And I also say, Pentecost. We are in Pentecost for the whole empire. Who's empire is the whole herd immunity. So have a relationship with God. And that's why David said, the Lord is my shepherd. It's a personal relationship. Very important. Very, very important. Don't take the God factor easily. The other thing I want to talk to you about is the you factor. You are responsible for who you become. It is not your father. You can be born into a very poor family. It doesn't mean you have to be poor. It doesn't mean you have to be poor. So you are responsible for who you become. Oh, papa, for one goes to yes, yate. Oh, mommy, I'm sure, yes, yate. But it doesn't define you. You are a product of your decisions and not your environment. So you are responsible for who you become. Get that now and have peace. And your teacher, and your mommy, and your papa, and your soft daddy, it is you. And that's why life is about direction. 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 Okay, in Penifua, Eddie, and Mama Kenny now. What a good said, what was Nata said, did not just happen. If you think you can live your life to chance and still make it, you are joking. Enti adechia in the mo adea sao ye did the other. Adechia in the no plan, nothing, no. Even for a birthday party, you plan for birthday parties. How much more your life? Life is about what? Direction. Direction. There was a DBA issue where you should have a direction for your life. Take life seriously. There is no joke. Don't live your life to chance. Have a plan. And that's why Jesus was even surprised. He said, into your view of all the story, say, we will see time. I want the kind of plan that will see. If a dying plan your life, no. At least you should know in the next 5 years where you want to be. Where you want to be. Life is about what? Direction. I left Western Region in 2018 to join the multimedia group. And I remember in 2017 when I went to the US for the Mandela Washington Fellowship. As part of the fellowship, there was a spending weekend in a typical American family. In Jomoche family, so it's a US family you never know from Adam. There was also for the weekend. And fortunately or unfortunately, the family I got, I want to say US, very interesting stuff happened. Two people, two adults, Papa and Oba, maame no eniba, but they decided to cohabit. Into the core introduction, they were an old soldier. We started here, we decided to stay together. The woman works here, I also retired and I'm here. Or train up and they school, they school, and they feel which I about much of them was like they are just there. Empty. Or train the money school, or they are their family and say they are together. And when we had dinner, first day, okay, so after the fellowship, what do you want to do? And I told them the next thing in my life is to become a lawyer. Because I've been a broadcaster all my life, all my adult working life. A broadcaster, that's the only work I've known from national service to 2017. And at the time I joined ACG as well. So I told him I wanted to be a lawyer. When I came back from the fellowship, I started looking out for opportunities for legal education. But you know, in Takoradi, at the time it was limited. The only law faculty was UCC. So I had to decide whether I would move from Takoradi to Cape Coast for lectures every day. It was a problem. So I moved to Accra in 2018, and then 2019, I enrolled at the Central University Law Faculty. It was difficult because I was working. I'm on air from 2 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. every day, 4 hours, 30 minutes on radio. It's no joke. And combining legal education was tough. But because I had that plan for my life, that quarter by age 40, I should be called to the Ghana Bar. God being so good, 2 months ago I was called to the Ghana Bar. Because there was a plan and it was part of what I wanted to do. So I told myself 5 years after moving to Accra, I should be called to the bar. What it meant is that we entrance exams. I did not fail the entrance. But when I failed 5 years, then shut down. In the entrance exams was a big deal. But it is because of what? Direction. Direction. And that's why it's so important to have a direction for your life. The other thing is hard work. 84. And yet, Mr. Duman Tepen said, or best spend 10 days in 3 regions, 10 days. In your Takoradi, 10 days. Accra, 10 days. And that is his life for the past 12 years. Hard work. Hard work. Success in life responds to hard work and not wishes. And your wishes, no. Wishes in Tina. Paper which show a New Year resolution was so they because of paper no only baby that. The what? Success will respond to hard work and not wishes. So for those of you who are students of the Bible, you know Apostle Paul, right? Yes. Apostle Paul said something in Corinthians that he is the least of the apostles. And he is not even worthy to be called an apostle, but because of the grace of God on his life. And he said the grace of God was not in vain because he did what? He labored and them all. So when we say Paul our man temp, it did not just happen. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. And yet they become when they say, I spend 4 hours, 30 minutes every day sitting on radio. And easy. If you know what goes into radio production, and for a show like you will see saying, to produce it for 4 hours, 30 minutes every day, and to get people to come and listen to you every day, it's easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. And that's why I decided, okay, I've gotten to a stage to be able to still flourish, I had to act low. And one of the decisions I decided to do law, it's not easy. You have to stay on top of your game every day. Hard work. Hard work. So if you are a student here, life is not a walk in the park. Hard work. Well, now for that, and then senior high school, I'm president AD. As part of free senior high school, now there is automatic promotion. In the student there, Form 1, who fail end of term and not one fail or Form 2. Because the free SMS is a kind of scholarship. And you know, so with scholarship, the government cannot spend on one person twice. When you have Form 1, let's go pass it one, but we go Form 3. Registration for us is free, we get you over to us. If you are not deliberate, and this for our friends in senior high school, hard work, hard work, very, very important. My last 2 points, and I take my seat. The earlier speaker spoke about knowledge, and it brings me to the greatest resource we have as human beings, your mind. It's the whole world in your hands. Information superhighway is the internet. Know something, learn. The only way to become more, to earn more, is to become more. If you look at someone car, do what? Learn more, become more. Knowledge, build your mind, learn. It is a good school, see, I don't think that's all. Please, we are in a knowledge economy. And for students who are in the university, if you're in senior high school, there is a report I will recommend. The World Economic Forum, or the Future of Jobs report. Future of Jobs what? Report. It is a It is a report that captures which jobs or career path will be in high demand. And they do it for 5 years. So what kind of if they are working there or still say, oh, because I'm a stenographer, more government secretarial school. And then be a stenographer, you are joking. Because you become a stenographer, who will be a woman, and on a year, you do not have knowledge to function in this modern world. So read that report, the World Economic Forum published a local website about Future of Jobs report. And that's why knowledge is so important. Read. The next thing is time. I mean, Edumante spoke very well about time. Time is more valuable than money. You can save money, you cannot save time. The last 2 hours we spend here is gone for good. Into what you've taken out from this conference would help you. Time is so valuable. I've spoken about people around you. There's one thing we all have to do. The bar and Latin assembly, and you'll be a one which my entrepreneur, like a human thing. You can still work for somebody and become a 5-star employee. It is a one-to-many entrepreneur. Don't think that you can tap to McCoy also. This entrepreneur is sexy. Charlie, will be an entrepreneur. But you will know what it takes, the skill set to become an entrepreneur. So if you cannot do it, don't worry yourself. Because there are people who work for others. So we're CEO of, what's the largest oil company in the world?
Exxon.
We're CEO of Shell and our BPI. Charlie, and you're the big one. It's a big deal. So you will be a big entrepreneur. But if you are working for somebody, have the mindset we spoke about. Know that excellence counts. Become a 5-star employee. It becomes part of your CV. And you are not for farmers, oh, it's not a shop. I don't. Now, what will we have a patrol? Become a 5-star employee. So you cannot be an entrepreneur, but you can work for somebody and work with. But apart from all, be action oriented. Be action oriented. Whatever you've promised yourself you want to do it. Into this year, who can say feedback where we know our passion. What are you waiting for? No, who can say this year over to us? What? And you know there is a thin line between success and failure. And it is not just intending to do or planning to do. It is actually doing. So don't just talk. Do the things you say you do. Also the past as a plan. So don't just talk, do. And I think I'll end with one thing that is very powerful, but it's not tangible. But it's powerful. It has helped me, and I know it will help you. There is positive confessions. Positive confessions. The Bible even says, let the poor say, I am strong. No, the poor say, I am rich. And the rich say, what? I am strong. Positive confessions. Tell yourself, it should be a conscious thing. It should be a conscious thing. When my mom calls me now and I put it on loudspeaker, I'm a friend of a big man. Because if you say now, I'm a friend of a big man. So I'll be a big man. Positive confessions. Tell yourself every day, I'll be big. And be the biggest guy. So it registers in your subconscious. It should be part of your daily routine. Positive confessions. Positive confessions. But tell yourself, when you tell yourself, that can do spirit. That can do spirit. Okay. So tell yourself, you can do it. Have that positive confessions. So Jeremiah did something in the Bible. And I love Bible references. Wilson after said that the school of life, a lot of the things that happen for a lot of motivational speakers are from the Bible. In the Bible, now real life lessons. So Jeremiah said something in Lamentations. You know, in Lamentations is a complaint. So the people of Israel went into bondage, and that bondage in Babylon was severe. And when you read Lamentations 3, Jeremiah said, we had even forgotten what happiness is because of the pain. And this year, but he said something that, yea, though I call to mind, therefore have I hope. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. And he said they are new every morning. And that's why you have to always confess yourself positively. That great is thy faithfulness. It is oh, plans in your tutorial, we are great is thy faithfulness. Say what show application that they're doing by great is thy faithfulness. Because it will happen. In its own time it will happen. Now obey Amana. Thank you, everyone.